You think that's a problem, Cotton?
It feels like a washing machine.
You know?
Do I need to get you a doctor?
Please. Also, lower your legs. What are you? That's so uncomfortable. Like, it hurts me to look at you.
It's an exercise. It's like squatting, but not quite.
Oh, is it? What do you call it?
Scrunches.
You're doing your scrunches.
Yeah, they're squat crunches. Yeah, it's like you have to lift your body up, but you also have to lift your legs up, and then you don't let go.
On a roof. On a slope.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you do it on flat ground, it's too easy. This adds more danger.
What do you make of this, Bahari?
Well, you know, in my experience and the understanding of the human body, if you lift your legs and your core, you can actually work out twice as efficiently.
Oh, for God, the laboratory! The lightning!
Oh, that, yeah, we're just, researching some new stuff.
Why do I feel like I'm gonna have to kill it?
Well, I mean, you won't have to kill what's in the laboratory, because we let it out.
Oh my God! The title god's alive!
How do you like this view of my butt?
Just lift the lens flare, the flaming you, like...
I am a meteor descending from the sky.
You are! It's like, oh my God, the apocalypse come! Cotton! Risen from the grave, huh? This is the most nonchalant, reaction to a zombie-type situation I've ever seen. Like, imagine there's a knock at your door, and you're like, oh, I wonder who that could be. You open it, and then you see a literal zombie, and you're like, huh, risen from the grave. And then it, like, bites you. Oh, I'm being killed. That's curious. And then you reanimate into another zombie. Huh, now I'm risen. How fascinating.
Would you like to come in for some tea?
Shut up, Bahari. Why have you switched sides?
I just think that his more interesting.
So what the fuck, Colin? Why would you go on it? Why have you...
I'm a scientist now.
All right, Bahari. What's risen? What's going on? Who are you? Where am I? Nice scarf. We've got ourselves a slightly sticky situation. I don't want anything to do with your sticky situation, Bahari. If I'm completely honest with you, it feels like something you need to look after yourself. We found evidence that some monsters have overcome the effects of the anomaly, which is in itself another anomaly.
Anomaly.
That's very interesting. And just like Malzeno and Geismagon before them, they formed a symbiotic relationship with the Curio. Crazy, right?
Oh. I mean, not really, considering you've just given us 2 examples of this already happening.
There's a pattern here. It's insane. They're basically back from the grave. Being afflicted with anomaly was, for the most part, a death sentence. But now these monsters have risen!
Risen!
And to make matters worse, they're exponentially more powerful than before. They've made like yeast and doubled in size. Bread.
I didn't know that we had power scanners sitting around just so we could check out what the monsters are at any point in time.
It goes without saying that the biology of these monsters are a hazard to the ecosystem. Chiche has the quest. See to it.
Okay.
ASAP. It seems like
These
a weird way
monsters
to phrase
existing
it.
is a problem.
Like, God, that thing's biology? Real issue. Just say it's a dangerous monster that needs to be put down.
Its liver could kill the world.
Literally, it's like, oh my God, the beat of its heart is just devastating. This is getting kind of creepy.
I don't like creepiness.
They're not actually dead. They're just virus rampaging. It's not, we're not talking, it's not like it's frenzy.
Okay, that's not too bad.
As per Bahari's request,
Sorry,
I've added this quest to the quest list. It's rather fascinating, though, and scary, but monsters have always adapted to changes, but I never imagined this nonetheless. I have no doubt that you will fulfill your duty. You have done so time and time again, and this time will be no different. Yeah, goddamn right, Chiche. All I can say is I'm going to cut so many times, but it will get done through pure attrition and determination.
Well, I mean, hopefully we don't cart. That's like the idea, right? I guess there's no cutscenes for afflicted monsters, which this is related to?
Yeah, but it's also hyper-expanding. It's hyper-expanding, Cotton. Those are the
God,
words.
it's giant?
It's just growing! Oh my God! It's just
It just won't stop getting bigger.
why was that my choice of words?
It's hyper-expanding.
It's hyper-expanding. The process is irreversible, like foam. Expanding foam. God, I love expanding foam.
Expansion foam.
Have you ever filled a bathtub with expanding foam?
No, that sounds like it would make a big mess for the rest of the room.
Haha, no, me neither. You don't need a lot of it, though. Haha, that's an expanding foam joke.
Expands, yeah, that makes sense.
For all my expanding foam fans out there, can I get a what? Because I know that expanding foam fans are hard of hearing, so I figured they'd want me to repeat myself.
What?
Stop putting expanding foam in your ears!
But I'm a bomb badgie. There's nowhere else it can fit.
Are you calling the people watching a bomb badgie?
No, I'm saying that bomb badgies are fans of expanding foam.
Interesting. I didn't know they knew how to use a computer.
Well, they're expanding gas monsters, so it just makes sense that they'd be able to have advanced technological
Have
capabilities.
you ever filled a bath with expanding gas?
Well, yeah, but like I'm always embarrassed by the bubbles that come out.
Anyway, it's a lovely, pleasant ride. Behold! Behold! Sorry, I haven't quite swiveled my camera enough to the right there. Chameleos!
Yeah, that's just Chameleos. He seems a bit big, actually. I'd argue. He seems pretty big.
Yeah? Anything else? Anything else you want to...
His wings look a little injured.
You want to have a peep? You want to have a little eyeball scan?
Yeah, something's up with the underside of his wings.
Huh? Yeah, interesting. Oh, you've embarrassed him now. You shouldn't have.
I'm sorry.
You can't just...
Well,
I mean, you did walk
okay.
right up to him. Like, imagine walking up to a stranger going, this guy's arms are a bit weird. And,
well, you asked me to look at him. You told me to look at him closely. I don't know what you wanted from me.
Yes, but I wanted your findings beamed directly into my mind, not said out loud.
Fine.
Okay. Okay, no, cancel the mind beaming. That's free. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That feels weird.
He looks like he has human eyeballs. That's not Chameleos. What happened to his? Why does he have regular eyes?
Oh yeah, that is a thing they changed with Rise Chameleos.
I've never looked at Rise Chameleos' eyes. Jesus Christ, my health.
All right, behold, Risen Chameleos.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just to set your expectations in order.
I couldn't heal faster than he was killing me.
I was going to say, this monster requires Master Rank 110. And I think he just showed you why.
Yeah, I have no concept of why that could possibly be.
Oh, I love that you can still see his pollen breath even though he's invisible. It's just an ominous moving cloud of orange.
In other words, it's good to get hit by his tongue.
Exactly. It was a deliberate tactical decision. Jaws would be a lot worse as a movie if it was just a cloud of orange.
What? Jaws doesn't go invisible. It's a shark.
That's what they need to do. You save massively on the budget while also turning up the threat factor, right? You have an invisible shark attack people.
Well, that's why the Predator movies were so notoriously cheap to make.
Yeah, but predators don't swim.
Look at the sleepy fuck.
Excuse me?
Oh, now that I see him not moving, his scales are just very dark in general. He's got a lot of just black scaling going on.
So what do you think so far?
I think he hurts like hell, and the moveset seems relatively similar, except, you know, a bit faster, I'd say.
Interesting. I am very, very
maybe a little bit more physical than he otherwise was.
Oh. Ow!
Oh, yeah.
He just pulled me towards him with his tongue!
Oh,
and then comboed me into the donk!
Yeah, that's pretty effective as a move, I have to say.
He just whip-yanked me! Also, did his purple intensify?
Oh, that is deadly poison.
That is deadly poison. I mean, it also feels like a weird context to apply to poison. Like, this is just, you know, regular, normal, harmless poison. Whereas this poison, this is deadly poison.
Poison is just lightly irritating. It's spitting out a bunch of balls.
That's a lot of... Okay! I think we go nowhere near him. I swear his purple has intensified.
It might very well have.
Like the lining on his body. Yeah, his body, like, he's glowing, right? Like
that's I think that's in Rage, I guess.
Like he's got all this, like, scarring lines, and it's all started glowing.
Oh.
So this is the answer to what happens if an Felder dragon, and if an Felder dragon gets afflicted. I jumped the gun and combined words there. So this is an Felder dragon.
Whoa. That's cool. Well, I mean, I guess that means we're not getting afflicted elder dragons.
No, we're getting...
But I mean, I guess we are as well, because this is an afflicted elder dragon.
It's a risen elder dragon that has mastered the affliction. Kind of like Apex Frenzy monsters.
He's mastered the affliction by dying and then coming back to life, I guess.
No, he didn't fully die. It just failed to kill him, and he absorbed it.
Then he can't be risen. That's like saying, I am risen.
Bahari, his justification was, being afflicted is a death sentence, so to survive it and absorb it is like coming back from the dead. Oh, wink, wink.
When you go to sleep at night, you turn your brain off, which is like being dead. So when you wake up in the morning, you're risen.
When you go to... I mean, I guess you're kind of not wrong, but that's such a weird way to phrase it. Yeah, I need to get my 8 hours of brain off in. Honestly, I'm really just...
Well, brain on is really hard.
Oh my god. I love like the deep pink line glow of his scarring. Like that's really striking.
Really nice.
It's awesome how visually different he is.
I love how beautiful his battle scars are.
Yes, his battle scarring is just gorgeous.
Like, I'm sure he's just in a ton of pain, but he looks great.
See, it feels like arch.
He did do an arch before he killed you. You're right.
It feels like an arch, man, and it's really painful.
He's got like the monster version of tattoos.
I can't believe he has a pull-in whip with his tongue, though.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Like, that's a new attack, right? And so is his big ball storm of poison.
I mean, he did have like a crazy spray moment before, but I don't think it was balls.
Good night, everybody.
You can't say that sentence!
He just had the...
He had a crazy spray moment, but it wasn't balls.
No, it was just the shaft of poison, not the balls.
As I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted by death, it kind of gives me big arch-tempered vibes, but what we wanted them to be with, like, actual visual changes and loads of new moves and mix-ups. And
I suppose so, but you could also argue that it's basically just like they've taken Apex monsters and changed what they are.
Well, Apex Frenzy didn't really do much new. They were just big, powerful, and used Y-stones against them.
No, they had new moves.
I think you're... Yeah.
I wasn't talking about Frenzy. I'm talking about Apex Rise, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about Apex Frenzied.
Which is the game that we're playing.
They really shouldn't have called both Apex. It's unnecessarily confusing. Alright, Risen Chameleos, please have mercy on our souls this time.
No,
At least
he's not
we've
even
seen
roaring.
the worst he can offer.
Does he just not roar to start the fight?
He's a fucking lizard, mate. What kind of roaring do you think they're doing? How many lizards roar?
I don't know. He's an Elder Dragon too.
Also, I never thought in my life I would have a reason to use the sentence, it's a fucking lizard, mate!
I mean, to be fair, as somebody who owns lizards, you could definitely find some moments to say that.
What's in that tank over there? It's a fucking lizard, mate!
You don't know, you fucking reptiles, you little bitch.
Okay, why add the little bitch? That seems unnecessarily antagonistic.
Says the person who says, it's a fucking lizard, mate.
Why are
Already
you
being
getting more
antagonistic.
Australian with every utterance of the sentence?
Because crocodiles are just big lizards, so
It's like, you know, those like videos that people do where every time this happens. Like every time this word is mentioned, it speeds up by 5%, and you know, so on and so forth.
Like Shrek.
It's like every time the word mate is said, Cotton gets 10% more Australian. Mate.
What's the fucking going on here then? Give me the fucking koala and the eucalyptus tree.
Do you think more Australian means more illegible?
Well, yeah, that's how every accent works. The further you dive into the accent, the less anyone who doesn't speak that accent can understand it. Like, some people would argue that, like, Max British would be posh, but I think it's more like, oh, what's going on here?
I mean, no, that's Max Scottish.
No, that's I'm going to sleep, man.
Oh, that almost one-shot me!
Yeah, he does a ridiculous amount of damage.
I have an aunt that used to run a pub on the border to Scotland, and I would go visit her, and there'd be lots of Scottish patrons in it. And when I was a kid, I used to just sit there and play a game where I just had to try and work out what the hell they were saying. Because it was technically English, but it was just this, I was good psych.
He's supposed to stop being invisible at some point, right? Okay, there he goes. He was just invisible for like 20 seconds straight doing regular attacks, and I was getting concerned.
And it's when someone says thing and the accent's so thick, but then the other person's like, ha 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 ha, like, great joke. And I'm like, what did you say?
Well, I think part of that experience you might be missing is the alcohol if it's a pub.
Yeah, that's true.
Not only will the accent get worse the more drunk they get, but also they're on the same wavelength. You know, once you've got the same amount of alcohol in you, you have this mental connection.
You're gonna fight him, Rathalos, or you're gonna run away? You're just gonna run away. You're just gonna leave. That's coward.
Well, I mean, what would you do if you saw an undead elder dragon walk into your zone?
I think Chameleos has seen me.
I think no, maybe not.
No. Yeah, investigating?
Yeah, I'd say yes.
Yep. Oh, yep. Oh, yep. Okay, yeah, he's definitely seen me. Attack him from behind while I'm distracting him.
Okay, he's fucking massive.
He's so massive right now. Almondron! Maybe you are braver than Rathalos?
I mean, no. Well, I mean...
No, you're just going to pretend you're not... I know you're seeing this. There's no way you're not seeing this. Don't just look over in the woods like, nothing strange happening today. So what's your thoughts on Mr. Risen so far?
He fucking hurts. He's got some cool attacks. I like the way he looks.
He has got a lot more tongue options than base Chameleos.
Oh yeah,
I feel like.
I much appreciate. He just seems more physical in general, honestly. He has some big poison attacks, but he seems like less poisony than base Chameleos.
God, the glowing pink lines on the scarring are so cool. And he's not done his like puff out and over expand the gas.
That's the main thing I'm thinking about, because he uses that like all the time in the regular fight, and that's just not happening.
Yeah.
I think we need to like purposefully get hit by tongue attacks so we can see him.
That's just an excuse. You just want to be hit by tongue attacks. Ow! Why is the blast?
Oh,
It's like a shotgun of
Jesus.
toxicity.
It's unnecessary. No monster needs to do multi-beams, and yet so many monsters do multi-beams!
Fight.
Fight!
Fight.
Fight!
Fight. Fight is looking.
Why
Yes!
Why is he gone like white now? Do you notice
Oh
that?
yeah, he's like tinged white on the fringes.
Like he's totally changed colors.
That's so cool.
Why does that only do 250
I see you.
damage to Rathalos? It does so much more to me.
Like, powering up a monster to give it like a challenge like this is one thing, but giving it such a visual upgrade on top of moves is
Yeah, it's
so
cool.
good. Like, this is so much better than the other just afflicted monsters, because they just get the blood nova. That's a good point. Is there going to be a blood nova?
Well, he doesn't apply blood blight, so I have to
Actually,
assume
that's a
no.
good point. Yeah, he doesn't apply blood bite.
Well, yeah, he's past the affliction. He's not actively afflicted, so I guess the Curios aren't here. Does that just mean that he murdered all of his
because it
Curios?
said he formed a symbiosis with them, like Malzeno, like
It
Geismar.
did say that. However, I don't see any Curios in any sense in this fight.
How?
So did he just eat them and call it
Curios.
symbiotic? Like, are they on the
Did
inside?
he just eat? To be fair, Chameleos would be pretty good at just like whipping tongue out, grabbing Curios.
Yeah. Like, maybe they just live on the
Oh.
inside of his mouth, you know?
He's so cool. Like that white ghostly tinge with the pink lines.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Ah! He did the pull, and he took my orange pull, and now I'm just dead. Wow, that does kill you.
Yeah, he pulls you in and then slams on you. So if you don't have a wirefall, it's over.
I did. I just didn't think. I thought I'd be able to get up in time. It just did. No.
He's so much
talking about
faster
this guy.
is the thing.
Oh yeah, no. It's terrifying. Oh, it's up to something.
Oh, that
Ball
attack
time.
is ridiculous. Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
I regret making him wet.
Well, the actual blast of the beam does so much damage that I'm so low, and then I get up, and then the poison finishes me off before I can heal.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the point is of poison when it does that much damage in the first place. It might as well just kill you.
Alright, I think we're doing pretty well this time, right?
Except for the part where I just got poisoned again.
Why did he just fire poison and then fall over?
Oh, I hit him.
Okay, cool.
No, it's a secret move. He's gypsarosing us.
No, he's playing dead! Damn, he's been training in school Gypsaros. What?
What? Okay.
Wait, you mean to tell me we tripled twice before getting to the foot? The hell is
What
happening?
the fucking no, thank you.
Jesus Christ!
All right.
Before we even got to the fight.
I guess so.
That's so cool! And I love Alan being like,
behind
oh,
you.
well, guess you're right screwed then, aren't you? And look at the fog, it's like orange tinged. And it's so much denser.
Yeah.
Well, that was out of nowhere. It was already an incredible, like, variant level tune-up before this happened.
Yeah, now I'm just terrified of what all the new moves are going to be now that he's like this.
I feel like we're over here like, oh, it's not doing, like, any super moves or, you know, it's okay, it's all that, and then this.
No, I mean, I felt like he was doing a hell of a lot already. I didn't need him to do more, honestly, personally.
I can't get over how cool he looks.
Oh, he looks great.
So do you think the aesthetic of Risen Elder Dragons are going to have this orange glow fringe?
Well, my thinking is the orange might be, like, changeable to monsters, but they're definitely going to be glowing.
That's so cool. How did that not get you?
I mean, it didn't hit me, but I'm not sure what you meant. I thought it was amazing, too.
Surprise-wise, I mean.
It did surprise me. What are you talking about?
What's he doing now? What?
Poison.
What?
Oh, okay.
Okay, that wasn't
That's
as bad
cool.
as I thought it was going to be. The sound was like glop. Like, that was fantastic.
Yeah, those are classic Chameleos spitting noises.
Oh, don't you just love classic Chameleos spitting noises?
I mean, not me personally, but I know that some people
Oh, I don't like this at all. The fact that we were struggling before we even unlocked Risen mode is, like, I'm not happy about
do.
that.
Oh, God.
God, that's so
Oh,
awesome!
God. It's just so much poison.
It really is. I don't want to jinx the cat here, but it does feel like he's gotten easier since going orange.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think he does either, really.
I literally said I don't want to jinx it, but...
Well, he said he didn't want to jinx the cat. He didn't say you didn't want to jinx us. We're not cats.
Ah, that's a good point. I should have specified the cats. At least the cat's fine.
I mean, we don't even use cats in hunts right now. We use dogs, so I don't even know who you're protecting.
Well, that's why the cat's fine. It's just chilling at base.
Oh God.
Oh!
Okay, so we can knock him out of that. That's cool.
Oh, we popped him out!
Yeah, that looked really nice.
Nice! Like an easy birth.
What? I guess.
Popped him out, you know, like an easy birth. Should I have chosen a different example, Cotton?
Maybe, because, like, that's not how birth looks in the slightest.
You mean it's not a big orange energy explosion and then baby?
No, it was more like popped him out, like he's wearing some loose clothing, and then why does he immediately go right back?
Right? That's cheating! It's the fact that the mist itself is like poison infused.
What's
now.
the point of knocking him out?
Oh, the mist should just slowly damage you while we're in it in Risen mode.
No, it should not.
No, it should. You take that back! Alright, if we just keep him flashed.
Stop flashing him. It makes him harder.
Ah! That was such a random beam!
I wonder why it was random.
I regret so much my choices! Don't you just hate it when you have to face the consequences of your actions?
You flashed him and now he's just shooting poison literally everywhere.
I mean, to be fair, he was shooting poison literally everywhere.
No, before he was shooting poison at me so I could dodge it. Now it's just everywhere.
Well, I mean, we have to definitively be doing better than last time because we're at everywhere is purple poison mist and he's glowing orange.
Yeah, we're undeniably doing better than before. I don't know if it's like any reasonable amount better.
The question I have though is why does overcoming the affliction make you like glow burnt orangey color?
Well, clearly it's in your blood, so it's made his blood superpowered.
It's made his blood super. Are you telling me this is radioactive blood?
Yes.
Oh no. I would like to retreat,
stop being
please.
invisible at some point. I feel like you can't be invisible for this attack. Like, this is too big of an attack to be invisible during.
Okay.
It's just a slowly extending cone of poison.
It is brutal, that attack.
Is he gonna like reappear at some point?
Dude, he's been visible like for the longest time. Are you having a graphical issue?
Maybe, because he's literally still in. Oh, now he's visible. He was invisible.
Like,
for,
he was.
Like,
I didn't want to say anything because we were experiencing big attack, but he was visible during the entirety of his super attack.
He wasn't for me. He wasn't for me for a good 30, 40 seconds before it.
I'm very excited to see what you're not seeing because that sounds terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was
just sat here like maybe he's just out of
concept.
sync a little bit. He's right there, and you're like, I still can't see him, and I'm just staring at him like,
no, there was
okay, Connor, we need to talk
coming out of nowhere
about vision here.
all over the sky. What do you mean it's angry? It was already angry. It can't get angry while it's angry.
It's a massive poison nova explosion on the what? It's a second new super attack!
I don't know if you could call that a super attack. It wasn't very
It's
big.
like the Savage Devil Joe in Iceborne where he beams the ground and then it explodes.
No, it was tiny. What? It was just like the size of his body.
Well, the important thing is I counted it and hit him, so we're all alive, and that's good.
Oh, we're both in the air.
Blop, blop. I love that attack so much. Yeah, Hermitar, get him!
Snip that tail.
That would have been the best killing blow. Just Hermitar running into him and then explosion. As everybody knows, Hermitars pack gunpowder in their shells.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, where else would they put it?
Hermitar, no!
Yeah, he's like half visible for me right now, and I can see on your screen that he's fully visible. He's like translucent currently.
That's so weird. Why are you having a different Chameleos-based experience?
I have a silhouette of Chameleos right now.
Well, you're stabbing his leg, so that's the important thing.
No,
well
done.
I
can see where he is now, at least. Before, he was just fully invisible. I don't like it when Rathalos roars at me, so I get hit by poison.
Yes, the counter and the death. Oh, that would have been cool. That would have been very cool. I wanted that to happen. That would have been very cool, very cool. And sold! There is a Chameleos at the back. What he bought was your soul.
I was not selling that, and you should not be selling other people's souls either.
Well, I'm sorry, but I snuck into your house and I offered you a deal. So you have to.
This is just like advanced robbery, like we talked about last time. That looked like he powered up and then just died. Speaking of dying,
the glorious finish.
Haha! Haha! I called it.
It was me. I did it. All right. Okay. That is cool. Definitely, I would say the hardest hunt in Sunbreak.
Oh yeah, no, nothing really compares to that in difficulty.
That was awesome. That is how you do Arch Tempered as a concept. Especially as it ties into the story, too. No, I guess Tempered did. It was, you know, fortified by the energy of the new world, but it was loose. It was loose.
Yeah, it was very much like, they're stronger because they have more power.
And they have more power because of the environment we're in. You know, there was a part 2.
Yeah, but like, that doesn't explain why it's specifically them, or specifically at these times, you know? It was like, the world has more energy, and so do they.
Risen Mizua. Risen Mizu. Go Risen Mizu. Oh, it's even visually different from base Chameleos armor.
Yeah, it is actually. That's quite nice.
Build up boost.
You don't say.
Increase attack power when you land attacks that build poison paralysis. 20% more damage on hits that proc status clouds. So if you're status triggered, that's plus 20% damage on all your attacks.
Yeah, that's literally status trigger raw builds. That'll be like this. That'll be the meta now, right? Because 20% is an insane amount.
20% is big, yeah, but it also, I imagine, is only going to be on this Chameleos armor, so it depends the opportunity cost of wearing these pieces. Like, the helmet is garbage, but it doesn't have anything on. Chameleos Blessing is obviously if you're not using poison, and then the chest is just a boost and a Whisperer with only a 4 slot, so it's like...
I mean, to be fair, if you got, like, let's say the gloves, and then you could just literally have one rank of it for a 10% attack power boost, which is still massive.
Is it 10? Oh, it is! Yeah, I actually think using literally specifically the gloves...
That with foray and poison weapons, maybe, you know?
Might be the one.
What's the thing? Is like, it's not dependent on the status buildup that you apply being big, it's just dependent on applying it. So you could use like a Lucent Narga weapon, which is decent raw with really low poison, and still have it active.
That's actually a really good point, yeah. That's quite exciting. That's awesome. For 3 1-slots, you can get super length poisons.
Great. I mean, even just the level 1.
And poison applies while it's poison, so you don't have to lose build-up boost.
Well, it already does that. Yeah. So it's just great. Yeah. It's just fantastic.
Oh, and big coalescence, despite us getting little coalescence recently.
Okay. Yeah, we got little coalescence last update, big coalescence this update.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, that actually changes things quite a bit.
Yeah, I think that might actually make Flaming Espinasse the new best greatsword. Use Chameleos gloves and violet legs.
I mean, even if a monster is entirely resistant to fire, that's high raw with slots.
Well, just 1/3 of your hits, even if you ignore status trigger, doing like, plus 10% damage is obviously.
I mean, that's 3.3% overall damage increase. Like, it's just that's just not matchable by any other single rank of a skill. I don't think.
Well then, that is title update 3. New monstered out. 3, 2. God, I wish it was 3.
God, this update was... What's the point of this update? I want to be at the next one.
Because there was 3 monsters, so I was like, title update 3.
Well, this is the 3rd title update monster of this title update.
Exactly. So what's your ranking?
Risen Chameleos, Flaming Espinasse, Violet Mizutsune, I think Violet Mizutsune I love conceptually, but I just think that the Flaming Espinasse fight was way too, like, unique and cool compared to the regular one to not count.
I think all 3 of them are
all 3
fantastic monsters.
Absolutely. There was no like down point, I don't think. Oh yeah, it'll be incredible.
Alright then guys, like you've enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more. Consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below, and until we meet again, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.